Welcome in on a Monday. Good to have you with us. Boy, do we got a lot to break down. And Rico and I have worked hard at something. You know, when you're doing afternoon, you get the last bite at the apple. And everything has already been said, but not really. I want to do this differently, Rico. And I gave you the advanced preview, so it's not like I have to be like, hey, how's your day? What'd you do last night? I already know. I spoke to you. So let's just get into this. I want to talk to Lions fans about something because we have a great divide. I'm pragmatic, I'm cynical, and I've watched enough NFL to understand what we are watching right now is outer space with the Detroit Lions. The NFL is just not a league that you garbage can teams. And they went out and did it again yesterday. And I do think in the short term, winning outdoors in bad weather, that is a huge box to check. But if you think it's going to be this easy, here's the context. And I want to just know if you're willing to go there with your team, okay? Work with me. So here's what the Lions' last 6 games are, okay? They haven't won 6 straight in 30 years. You can start there. They just did it. You have Jahmyr Gibbs averaging an obscene 6.4 yards a carry. Tops in the league. The last 30 passes you've thrown to Amon-Ra St. Brown, just targets, 30 catches. It's never been done before in the history of the league. If a guy catches 75 or 80% of his targets, that's elite. 30 for 30, that should just be a documentary. Mm-hmm. That's your existence with a guy who is your best player. Jared Goff, his last 6 games, 80.4% completion rate and a 140 QBR. Never before has that been done in the history of the NFL in a 6-game run. The Lions, 486 yards of offense the last 2 weeks. 76 points? Your opponents, 827 and 26. So here's what I did. I go, okay, we're blowing out teams left and right. Yesterday, you really won by 17. You didn't win by 10. But whatever, garbage time. The only team in the last 25 years of football that has a scoring margin better than you is the 07 Patriots. The next best one is 25 years ago. At about 16.3 points a game, it was the greatest show on turf, Rams in 99. So I wanted to ask you guys a question. I want to ask Rico the question, certainly the guys behind the glass, and you in your workday. Like, it's no secret. I picked him to win the Super Bowl when we were doing our shows live from Vegas. I do believe we need to make a trade before tomorrow to see that through. I don't believe they will keep this up because this is redefining greatness. And I'm just not the type of human being that's going to do that midstream. You've got to accomplish it, and then I'll say, okay, we just watched history. But I want to know if you believe this is going to keep up, that you are the Indiana Hoosiers of the NFL. You just roll up to people's houses, knock the door down, you take a duty in their living room, steal their furniture, then light the house on fire on your way out the door. Because that's what Signetti's doing at Indiana, and that's what you're doing to people. And look, Rico, Goff outside, bad weather. I don't care if he had the hamburger helper gloves on, started the game 11 for 11.
Again.
And didn't make any bad decisions like Jordan Love did. Oh, my God. Here's the other thing. Lions make no mistakes. They're the best coach team in the league. They don't make any real mistakes. They're great in all 3 phases. They're special teams. Jack Fox could punt the ball from the tunnel and flip the field. Offensively, we agree. Top 5 offense, maybe the best. Defensively, you have no pass rush, but it doesn't matter. Things and stuff.
How about this? Even when you make a mistake, Mike, it doesn't matter. No Branch, no worries. You're still going to go out there with no pass rush and make sure you hold Green Bay down.
Look, I want to know if you think this is going to continue because this is a gap we have. And it's a battle I'll fight with listeners. I will never, I don't care how good the Lions are. I don't care if it's Rico's Niners or the Niners of my childhood with Joe Montana. I will never view the NFL as easy. I will never take for granted wins. I will never expect blowouts unless you are playing flea bag teams like the Titans, where Rico and I offered a BOGO, I will not get myself to a space where in week 10 of the NFL, I'm comping the Lions to the 07 Patriots. But that's what you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Contextually, that matters. A, it's the highest compliment we can pay Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, and this entire staff and these players. But I don't believe it'll be this easy all the way.
No, I mean, but it seems that way. And if you buy into that, yes, you are putting this Lions team up on the Mount Rushmore of greatest teams of all time, where you're talking about them like you're revering the 85 Bears, how you revere the 2000 Ravens, the 99, I say, the greatest show on turf, the Patriots when they were just running the table with Moss.
You'd be on the Mount Rushmore of the last 25 years.
Yeah.
If you continue doing what you're doing, which is a scoring margin of around 16.5 a game. The only team in of this century is the Patriots.
Yeah. Think about that. That people, not just in Detroit, will be talking about, oh, you remember the 24 Lions, right? Because you were that good.
Right.
And you beat people that badly that you would be that team that everybody talks about for not just next year, but years from now, saying how great that 24 Lions team was. You're on pace for that.
The Lions are the semi-truck in Mad Max Fury Road. They just drive through it, man. I mean, Campbell, there's no coach in the league that's got a grip on his locker room like this guy. Not even Andy Reid in Kansas City. Because the Chiefs don't look impressive. Look, now the two luckiest teams in the league, it's you and the Chiefs. But you're the best team. There's a difference. I think you make your own luck in a lot of ways. But you're the best team. Comprehensively, you don't have a hole like the Ravens. The Ravens have a problem stopping the pass. Your one hole, we're going to fix. You're going to make a trade for a pass rusher because I can't live in a world where you don't. But incredibly impressive yesterday. In the elements, the weather was even worse than the forecast indicated, and it didn't matter. You tailored your game. You changed the way you played, clearly. But you're built for it. Dan Campbell says it. But, guys, I guess for me, I don't ever want to do the kind of radio where it's the Chris Farley bit on SNL. Man, that was great. That's boring. I think understanding the context of what we've watched the last 6 weeks or primarily over the course of a season, guys, if you are going to be this, Rico's right. You're going to be a team people remember and talk about. Not just like the 16 Cubs because they won it, but because if you are doing this statistically, you are the 07 Pats or the 99 Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me where you're at with it. And look, there's not going to be yelling and screaming. You are welcome to go there on November 4th. I won't because I think the stats I read you are unsustainable.
True. But
they're still a great team, but I can't go there.
If you do this, you will be considered the gold standard that for years from now, people will talk about, man, I want the offense to look like the 24 Lions did.
That's a great point. You know what? Be curious. That's a great point to start the show by you. David, where are you at with this? I mean, you heard the numbers I gave and the context we've established. Where are you at as you watched yesterday at Lambeau?
I don't see this being sustainable. I don't see this continuing.
You see winning is continuing.
Oh, yes.
But you're not going to blow out everybody by 17
Not at this
again.
dominant rate. No, not at this dominant rate.
This is a wild 6 games.
You will win. Games will come down to you winning by 3 or 7 or 1 possession, but it won't be like this.
You want something fun?
Yeah, sure.
Last 55 games against the spread, the Lions are 40-15.
See, that has to change. That has to change.
Only time I've ever seen something like that were the cheaters in Ann Arbor.
So are you saying?
No.
They
are
no.
David, they are good. That's what I'm saying.
They are.
They are about to become historically good, where they're going to become an adjective.
Like it's getting to a point, David, they've already put the spread out for this week. Lions are 3.5-point favorites at Houston. I mean, nobody can stay close with this team. So again, the more this goes on, and do I think Green Bay was great yesterday? No. I mean, if you really think about it, the Lions are the masters of controlling what they can control. And here, Rico, this is what kills me. It's election week when I have to slow walk things up so people don't explode. This is a compliment. Don't take it as anything otherwise. The best coach teams and the most talented teams control what we can control and do it to the fullest. The Lions make next to no mistakes, right? Yesterday, 2 teams. You're great. You were solid. Here's the Packers. 9 penalties. At one point, they had more bad snaps than you had penalties. 9 penalties, 6 drops, 3 bad snaps, the worst interception I've ever seen in my life, and a missed field goal.
Yeah.
You don't control those things. You just handle your business and capitalize when the other team messes up too. Dude, it's a deadly combination.
It looks so good that you were wondering, wait, which one of these teams plays at Lambeau Field and which one plays inside?
I also would like to do something I never do. You know me as I generally hate NFL dress-up guy, fan, thing. I feel like they're creatures, not humans. But I do want to say, I want to salute whoever the man was. It was 23-3. I would like to salute the gentleman who wore a cheese grater to Lambeau Field as a hat. You, sir, okay, now that's good.
Real American hero?
Yeah, I don't like when people dress up as Darth Vader, the Bengal fan. Or, hey, look, I have spikes and shoulder pads. You're just kind of a loser. The fact that this guy he made a cheese grater for his head, and you're in Lambeau where people are wearing blocks of cheese. Brilliance. I will tip my cap to that fan.
Sometimes
that was
about
awesome.
the simplicity, less being more.
Yeah, I laughed. So I don't know who that man is, but if you do, buy that man a beer. That was awesome.
The only thing about yesterday's game, I still don't understand the Amon-Ra touchdown celebration.
Okay, I do. It happened on Saturday. Incarnate Word. It was like a Sports Center best thing we saw. The player for Incarnate Word catches the ball and he does that pogo stick thing and then falls over. So then naturally, right, we saw it Saturday. Both Amon-Ra and Drake London did the same thing on Sunday. But what is it? It's a headstand, like a handstand with no hands. Okay. What was wrong with it?
Nothing was wrong. I asked my sons this morning, what is it?
First of all, again, oh, by the way, control what you can control. Every 4th down. Perfect. That route.
No.
That route by Amon-Ra.
Even when they're not perfect, you'll get a holding penalty and you'll get 4 new sets of downs.
Yep.
I was like, wait, they didn't get it. Well, flag. There we go.
But they have the answer for the way that anybody wants to play them. They just need to add a pass rusher between now and tomorrow at 4. But I have,
okay, and I'm to the point.
No.
Okay.
Don't turn heel on me. You're going to turn heel?
You've heard in a world where you've heard of 15-2. Nah, I'm kidding.
No, you're going to do what Cookies did this morning?
16-1, baby.
I mean, at this point, nothing they're doing fits into anything we've ever watched outside of 07 Patriots.
No, what I'm saying is, Mike, even if they should make a move, I want them to make a move. But if they don't, the way they're going right now, it'll probably come up aces because then you'll find out that, tomorrow Za'Darius blows out both knees. No. And you're like, yeah, you know what? Good thing we didn't make the trade for him.
Dodged a bullet.
Right.
248-539-9797. We will get to your phone calls next. Here's Rico.